We're live. Thanks for joining the stream, everybody. The ATYL crew. Most of us are here. Dom's right next to me, like actually, like in person. Crazy. And our buddy Adam is not with us today, but we will
I'm
be.
down the street. I'm down the street, just a short
Just down the
drive.
street. No big deal.
40 minutes tops.
We'll be seeing you soon, buddy.
Yeah.
Very, very soon.
Yeah, can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
We will all be together for the truck race and ARCA race. So we'll talk a little bit about like what we've done so far, Charlotte. Also looking at paint schemes, talking about previews. Also, I mean, the big topic I see in the comments already is all about weather, what's going on there. So we'll talk about that for sure. I was going to say our friends at Race Weather have been providing me updates throughout the day of like what the weather's going to be looking like. So yeah, we'll just kind of start there. But yeah, tomorrow. So if you guys don't know, if you guys have never been to the racetrack or you guys haven't been to, I guess, Charlotte specifically, because I think they have the best like tent merchandise selection.
It's up there.
We're going to be spending a lot of money probably tomorrow. Are there any die-casts in particular that we're looking for tomorrow?
Go ahead, Adam.
Ooh, this is an oldie but a goodie, and I'm really surprised I do not have this 124 diecast. I am going to be on the lookout for the 1999 Jeff Gordon Pepsi Star Wars Episode 1 car.
Wow. Yo!
I don't know why, but it has been calling my name, I guess, it's been calling my name since I've watched like all those Star Wars movies again for the bazillionth time, like a month or so ago. So Misa thinking Misa want the Jar Jar Binks.
Oh!
Betcha.
The worst.
I agree though that there's like certain diecasts that just like they just show up out of nowhere and it's like it's time.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to come get me. Me personally, I don't have a Jimmy Johnson car in my collection.
I don't either.
Of 24, so I want to get a Jimmy. Very bad. I got Earnhardt, I got Gordon, I got Petty, missing Jimmy Johnson. So and then Tony Stewart too. I know he'll be tougher to get for sure, but Jimmy will be too. Jimmy Johnson cars are hard to find there, and then probably a Chase Elliott as well because I also don't have Chase, and it's just
really
that's I don't have Chase Elliott. I just feel like that's one that's just got to just check that box.
See,
I probably won't even go into detail of all the 164s I need.
Oh
I just need to bring a wheelbarrow with me.
Yeah, we were just talking before we went live. Adam, you spent what, like well over 100 just on 164s last year. When we were...
if mom and stepdaddy are watching, go ahead and mute this portion. Don't hear what I'm about to say, but yeah, I spent 100 plus.
Yeah,
and then I spent another 100 plus at the Roval last fall.
Oh my gosh.
Good times.
My
Great times.
Isn't really diecast driven this trip. I want to get like sheet metal, but I'm looking at like the mini helmets, like the replicas.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I mean the quality of the diecast now, because I want to get something recent, but they're just not my favorite right now. But I want to display the helmets. Like that's a collectible that I don't think I see a lot of people doing, and I want to be a little different. I got a Haley Deegan mini helmet today when I went to Off Axis Paint, and they literally just got those in last week, and I was like, yes. So
that's awesome.
Already started with that, so that's good.
Is it a Monster helmet or is it Ford Performance?
It's I don't even remember what brand's on it, but it's not Monster.
Okay.
Ooh,
but it was cool. I'll have to post a picture of it later. But Matt says you're not missing a Jimmy Johnson car.
So clearly he hasn't been in the tents because last year they were hard to find. The only Jimmy car I remember seeing last year was in the Passing of the Torch set with him and Chase.
Right.
I wouldn't mind getting that.
Right.
Because those are two race versions. It's the championship car and then Jimmy's last 48 car. So I wouldn't mind getting that, but I also know that just because it was there last year doesn't mean it's going to be there this year.
Right, because we looked everywhere for a 124 Jimmy Johnson. We couldn't find one because I wanted one. But
the good news is they have a lot of Jeff Gordon inventory. They are not short on Gordon inventory. So
I think I'll find my car.
I think Adam's going to walk out of there with his winner, and I'm so happy that he will.
That'll be a good car to get. My God, for sure. Let's see. Todd, you got a Chase Elliott car. That's cool.
Todd, tell us which Chase Elliott car you have. If it's race version or like 124, 164, I'd love to know.
Color chrome.
Color.
The color chrome car
special finishes.
My favorite.
I love the color chrome 124s.
So what Matt is talking about is I gave him. I had Jimmy's Clash win from 2019, but I gave it to him.
Oh, you
And-
gave it away.
Yeah, I gave it to him when I moved back to Atlanta. So he has it, and luckily for him, he met Jimmy and got it signed. So I'm really happy for him because he's got that car and he's got it signed. It's his last win in the 48. So
Because Matt met Jimmy, because I think Matt, you also got Jimmy's book signed. Is that
that was all
correct?
the same
It
parents.
was all the same. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Wow.
Good to see Matt.
That was a good haul right there.
Yeah, it was a good day, I would say.
Really? Yeah.
John says, let me put it on the screen here. I have the race versions of both Johnson and Elliott's season finale cars from 2020. I have the small one for Johnson, the big one for Elliott. Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. That's really cool.
I'm working on getting my Jimmy Johnson one final ride background. I'll have it for my little 164 display with the Chase Elliott championship car. The raced version, not the one that has the little championship logo on top, but the raced one.
Yeah.
We will definitely, at some point in the future, we need to have like a diecast only show. We've been talking about this for like months at this point, and we will when we're all in our respective setups. It'll be like a 4-hour show. I guarantee you.
Well, what we'll end up doing is we'll do it when we live stream the entire Rolex 24.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll just go through that.
Yes. Well, Le Mans is coming up. We could just do it during that time.
That's also true during the Le Mans 24. Watch the Garage 56 car.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I'll just like show up the race preview, some stats right now, just not get it out of the way, but who knows if we'll be racing Sunday or not. We'll talk about that with the weather. So each stage, it's 4 stages for the 600 because we're racing 600 miles. Each stage is 100 laps. Each track length, of course, is 1.5 miles. 400 laps is how it breaks down. And with the stats, I added a few more stats in here just because the 600 is a special event. So why not? The last driver to win at the track in this configuration, of course, was Denny Hamlin. Won the 600 last year and one heck of a shootout overtime finish. And then the after drivers with the most track wins, Truex and Harvick have a tie with 3. However, Jimmy Johnson's going to be in the field this weekend. And he has 8 wins at the track. Best average finishes since 2020, we have Larson with the best. And then when we go back to overall finishes of just every single time they've run here, Reddick has had the best average finish. So just some stats to consider as you're making your picks, looking at the bets this weekend. If you guys place money on things or even just NASCAR fantasy, interesting things. But we also know, just based on last year, is you could have someone who was really good all race long and then they lose a tire, they get wrecked out. So you never know. Hi, Ben.
Ben's
good to
here.
see you.
Hello, buddy.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
We miss you. Yeah, so those are some stats right there, some things to talk about. But yeah, I guess the big storyline is weather. I guess Friday, tomorrow's going to be fine. Saturday, the rain's supposed to start later that night. And then Sunday, questionable. So I guess question is, if we don't get practice in qualifying, and what can we expect? What are we going to be looking for? What's the concern? What team do we feel like can load off well without practice and qualifying and just hit a home run?
Well, I think what needs to be said first is how great last year's race was.
It was so good.
Last year's race was so good. And I think a good precursor to this year's 600 is how good Kansas was.
Yeah.
And that was, again, we had a great Kansas last season, and that led into a phenomenal 600. So I think things are looking up, and what hasn't been talked about enough is how good this car is on mile and a halves.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. That is so good.
Cutter tracks finally are back to being prime time action that you want to see.
Exactly. So that's the good news. The good news is that once they get on the track, it's going to be a show. I think it's going to be another really good race, unless Hendrick brings something that nobody else has, because that tends to happen in this race. But regardless, it'll be a good show no matter what. Weather-wise, and again, we can't control it. It is what it is.
Sunday, 90% chance. It's all over the place on Sunday.
Yeah.
So Monday too. I mean, it's a 40% chance of rain on Monday. Rain looks like it's only going to be like really early on in the day, not even like to like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. So it might. again, not speaking this into existence, not pre-predicting anything, nothing's official, but it could look like a Monday race. But for Xfinity, they actually moved the race up an hour, so it's starting at noon as opposed to 1 p.m. So if you have friends that are going to be at the track, if you want to watch the race on Saturday, just be prepared. Xfinity has been moved up.
And that tells me that qualifying is going to get moved up too. Cup practice and qualifying is going to get moved up. They really want to get that in.
Because right now it says that they're starting at the same time for practice and qualifying, but
I
would
doubt
imagine.
I think the goal is to get
It'll
that
be
in.
a contingent thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to really just be based on those weather bands if they hit.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. I think I went to Michigan last year. I know I posted a lot about it, and it was just rain central, and it made for a great memory. Like I was wringing out my shoes in the car, and we got the race in, and it ended up being a beautiful day. So you never know.
And when I went to Kansas this year, they were calling for rain all week, and we didn't get a single drop.
Yeah.
Not one drop.
So
just as we were at the track.
Last year for the Xfinity race, they were calling for rain, and it was a beautiful
hottest.
Oh
it was
my
the
God.
hottest day on record.
hot. Did I say hot? My girlfriend, she came to that race, and she got a sunburn that finally disappeared in November.
Yes.
The tan line from being exposed to being covered. It was funny, but it also was sad because like it was bad.
It was bad.
It's almost as bad as the one I have.
Gosh.
Yeah, I got that over the weekend. I went exploring down at Myrtle Beach with my stepdad, and
There you go.
Oh,
yeah,
It was worth
I
it.
found the sun.
I
was
found
sunny.
For the weather though, I would much rather it be what it is this weekend as opposed to last year because it was just way too hot. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh
So
my gosh. Yeah.
this will be manageable, and like I said, like rain weekends at the track are usually memorable. Like my first year at Kentucky Speedway, like there were just thunderstorms. Things were delayed. I think it was like a doubleheader, 2017 Xfinity Cup, everything like that. And it was just so much fun. Like it's scary as hell, but it was such a great time.
I can just see if it's raining. Adam and I are gonna look at each other. Tense.
Yeah,
Scan my ticket, lady. I gotta go to the tents.
My God. Yeah, there's so much that's going to be bought. And then also just everyone watching too, I should have a vlog with the 600 and everything that we did, mostly the tents, a lot of tent content coming out next week or the week after, depending on time. So be on the lookout for that. We also have behind the scenes content. Special thanks to Keith in France. Gave myself and my family a tour of Penske, and that was like the craziest experience ever. So I'll be able to look out for that. And then tomorrow the crew goes to Trackhouse.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about that as well, and can't wait to share that with you guys. And what we can share, there's a lot that we can't because, security measures. But what we can share, we're excited to share with you guys. And then also off-axis paint. If you guys haven't seen that, I don't know, Adam, if you've been to off-axis, but it's like the coolest. You got to go. Like if you all in the comments are ever going to be in North Carolina, going to be in the Charlotte area, Mooresville, go to off-axis paint. Great facility there. I mean, they are some talented artists. Like you don't think of the detail that goes into painting a helmet or anything like that, but it's literally the coolest thing. A small little shop, but
to that detail, yeah, it's
ridiculous. Incredible. So definitely check that out. Oh yeah, and then also good to note too. Yeah, they won't run rain tires for this race, or wet weather tires, we should say. That is only for short track configurations. We don't run those at 1.5 mile super speedways.
Absolutely not.
No, that would be an adventure. Now
what's the quote from The Cat in the Hat? You could tap it with a hammer. It ain't gonna change.
God. That would be a nightmare. Oh my gosh.
That'd make for a classic YouTube video, but I really don't want to see that or witness that.
No, absolutely not. And again, it'll be, regardless what happens, it'll be a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It will be. I mean, and if you went to the race last year and you're going this year, like in person, I mean, we had it such a treat of a race last year, like Don mentioned earlier. So, yeah, and then I guess too, God, I don't even realize we didn't talk about this, but North Wilkesboro, we should probably talk about the All-Star race, kind of closing that out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because you went on Wednesday.
So yeah, I went Wednesday for the Cars Tour events, the late model racing, and we only stayed for the first race, which Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain were all in.
That was a fun time.
And it was a good race. And again, it wasn't like all kinds of wrecks and a crazy finish at the end. It was a good race. But it was just so cool to go to Wilkesboro for the first time, and it's frozen in time. You've still got the Winston Cup logo on the wall. You've got the murals of all the guys that have won there, all the superstars like Gordon, Earnhardt, Waltrip. It was really cool to be there and just see. And they've still got the one thing, I know it was minor details, but it was so cool seeing they had Coca-Cola painted right above the refreshments
Cool.
concession. It was just like little details like that they kept or refurbished. It was really cool. And then the one thing that drove me crazy was, so Harvick signed a handful of the 29 car 124s.
Oh.
And we went to the hauler just to check to see what was going on. And they're like, yeah, it's 125 without 250 width. So
what?
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
They're getting their money's worth for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, that hurts, doesn't it?
That hurt.
But I did walk out of there with Gordon's 2001 championship car. So I checked the box, got Gordon. Yeah, I know you're happy about that. I got Gordon off the list. And hey, if there's any good rainbow cars there, I'm snagging them. So looking for it. But no, the racing itself is really good. And then All-Star Weekend itself, I mean, I think it delivered.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess Adam, you talked a little bit about this too when we were on our group chat, but I mean, kind of reminiscent of the old North Wilkesboro race. And I know a lot of people were saying, let's blame the package, let's blame the track on this. If anything, for me, it's more of a package issue, but the racing was reminiscent of what we used to see at North Wilkesboro, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a butt kicking type of track. If you are the type of driver that can get everything out of anything within your car, you're going to be dominant at that track. So, yeah, I think it was spot on classic Wilkesboro.
Yeah, I would say with Larson, too, because I know, yes, a race where one driver dominates, it's not always the most fun to watch, but it's also entertaining in its own right by saying it is nearly impossible for a driver nowadays with this generation of car that we have, and even sometimes with the Gen 6, to dominate as much as Larson did during that race. So that, for me, was entertaining. And I will admit, like, am I the biggest Larson fan? Sometimes not, you know, and it's mostly because he wins all the time and I want to see a different winner, but I respect the crap out of his talent. And last weekend, straight up, like he said on his interview, ass whooping, like nobody can do that anymore. And that was impressive to watch, whether you like the race or not, you can't deny.
Makes you think of the Jurassic Park car, makes you think of the Chrome Illusion car, the Johnson All-Star cars. I mean, just the cars that were on rails in the All-Star race. It's just that's what it was. But, and again, what DW and Larry said early on in the race, like, seems like another long run kind of race. And he's like, yep, that's North Wilkesboro.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I mean, that's just how that track races. So you can't blame the race cars for not producing cautions and crazy action. That's how Wilkesboro is. And plus it's a track that hasn't been paved.
Yeah.
I mean, it was closed from 1996 until now.
Yeah.
So it closed for a while.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, though. If you wanted action, that truck race, that was one of the best truck races I've seen in a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
I would love to see Xfinity at that track next year. I mentioned it in the full-length ATYL for the week. I think they put on one heck of a show. Truck did really well. I mean, even the heats, I know it was still like a follow the leader. One person's leading the whole time. But they were still great heat races.
Mm-hmm.
And then the All-Star Open was great as well. I mean, it was between Barry, Gibbs, and McDowell, that whole front stretch of folks. Almirola as well.
Yeah.
That racing was really fun to watch.
Right.
Drama filled. Oh, question.
So is this?
No.
So it's a 22. No, it's my hat.
It's an ATYL original.
It's got my signature on it too. That is all me.
Yeah.
I had my 91 on earlier today, but I switched for the show.
Yeah, we our lovely friend and ATYL team member Rob Branning, he makes our designs for us. The new ATYL logo here, and this hat has my signature on it as well. The crew exclusives, so very, very cool. We have merch up. I have a link tree in the bio and in the description of this video where you can get your ATYL merch on Redbubble, from t-shirts, hats, mugs, whatever you want, you can grab it. Hopefully, though, at some point we'll be able to get you guys like the nice, what the hell is this called? It's like the hats with the sewing.
A 47.
The 47 embroidery.
My new era, like
the embroidery hats.
And that's the show.
We have gone off the rails, and it was Taylor that took us off of it.
All right, you know what? Let's just, Adam, we'll just start pushing the agenda now.
Yep, I got it.
We'll
Right
just
here, right here. Yep.
push the agenda now.
Push it, baby, push it.
Bring back the Bush
Yeah.
series.
In case you guys didn't know, this was
Bush.
actually announced. The Bush Series podcast. At some point, that's going to happen. We'll figure that out. I know a lot of you have asked about it, but yeah, ATYL exclusive. We all have our own numbers, and then yeah, hopefully we'll get embroidered hats out merch-wise soon because I know a lot of y'all have asked.
You know who I think would look really good in a Adam Lucas exclusive 91 hat?
Who?
I think Matt Deason could really
Yes.
rock.
It looks so great.
He could use one for sure.
Either him or you know who else? John Jensen. He would look good in a 91 hat.
We're so excited to see Matt and John tomorrow. I actually had lunch with Matt today, and that was really fun at the hall. So
Dr. Deason.
yeah, we went to the I went to the hall today, met up with Dom. We got the tour. We did the sim racing again, and I did awful. I was not good with it. It's always fun to go to the Hall of Fame, and they have a new Ford exhibit that they set up. What was it? Just
Yesterday.
introduced yesterday, right?
This week.
Yeah.
They would put in this week.
And that looks great. So if you have a chance to ever go to the hall, definitely go. Great. John, let's go. I got to see if I can find the paint schemes for this weekend because, I mean, these teams, I think, did a stand-up job with the schemes for the 600 this weekend.
Pull them up. Where are you at?
I'm gonna pull them up. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, I have a few favorites. I think my favorite for this weekend shouldn't surprise anybody because this driver always knocks it out of the park with their paint schemes for these types of events. There we go. So first one on the list. Okay.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, that one's nice. We saw this one in the background of his interview that
Yeah.
he gave for like the All-Star
yeah.
games. But I think that's like
The chrome red
it
is
looks
what
so
sells
good.
me.
Yep.
Wow.
From red over the watermelon with the
I was
flag.
gonna say the watermelon vibes here. There we go. Ooh, there we
Just
go.
a hint. Just a hint of
I like it
watermelon.
though.
A splash of watermelon.
Just a splash.
Just a
Honestly, it's watermelon season. I'm ready for it.
It is watermelon season, and they are
Not a throwback. Not a
orange.
It's not a throwback. It's red, white, and blue.
Not a throwback.
It's
You're
not.
a week behind.
I'm telling you,
Throwback to his car he ran last week.
Exactly.
I've been up since 7, but I haven't napped. I'm tired, you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, not patriotic, but that's fine. We still love the scheme anyway.
This one's
This is
good.
interesting.
This one's good.
Menards, they always are good.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's
different.
Probably
Yes,
one of the
this is
best
nice.
3 cars there's been in a while.
I was
It's
gonna
better
say
than last year's military car that they ran.
I don't remember
Yeah.
last year.
It was too wild last year. That one's tame. I like that.
I don't remember last year's.
I think last year's was really mild.
If
Oh.
you give me a moment, I can. I have
I'm
it
gonna
over
try
my.
to pull it up.
I have it.
You do?
I do. Here, hold on.
Oh, we're waiting for it. Yeah, if you guys want hats, make sure to check out the Redbubble store.
Yeah, I actually just bought it. I found it at Walmart finally.
Oh yeah, because they have them. Hold on.
Yeah.
We got you. We got you. There we go. Oh yeah, it was pretty tame. I
Yeah.
liked it though.
That's not bad. I remember that one.
Do you remember? That's a nice car. I do like this one a bit better.
Yeah, the new one's really nice.
I got
Yes.
scoot over.
So this one,
This one's good.
Stuart Haas
Good.
nailed it
This
with
one's
these
good.
patriotic schemes.
I liked last year's because I liked all the black that they used on it. But the
Yeah.
solid white, it's not terrible, but it's not my favorite for them.
Ooh, here's a good question from John. What's your favorite patriotic NASCAR paint scheme of all time? His is Ken Schrader's American flag car from Dover in 2001.
I think I know mine. I think I know mine is probably Gordon's 2010 car.
Yes, the blue,
The flames,
with the red DuPont.
the flag in the flames.
Yep.
That was a really
That's
good.
nice.
I'll pull it up on my phone.
I liked.
Really good looking car.
I really enjoyed Jimmy Johnson's Power Pride car. From
I was going
2000.
to say Jimmy Johnson Power Pride.
Yeah,
It's
And then they redid it in 2011.
I will say I also like the Kyle Busch M&Ms, the red, white, and blue. That's also
Oh
nice.
yes, that is
I was like, how did you forget
Always
that?
good.
that is probably my number 2 behind the Gordon. That's probably my number 2. So here's the Gordon car. So find a better angle,
finding it.
maybe. Yeah, this will do. This gives it enough love.
You got it. Oh yeah, that's a nice scheme. I like that a lot.
Yeah, this one's really cool.
Yes. Yep. The red DuPont logo was what really was awesome too.
Sold it.
Yeah,
But yeah, the flames with the flag. Yeah.
that one
Looks
was sweet.
so good.
That one was awesome. But this Harvick car is really cool.
It's nice.
Very simple, but still very, very effective.
And then we have the Larson one.
So this is the same as last year, but
Yeah.
I'm perfectly okay with that
Yeah.
Yep.
because this is
It's
still a
good
good look.
And if it's with the Hendrick Cars colors and it's on brand, it looks nice too.
That's
Very
really
good.
That car is on my list for this weekend.
Honestly, might be on mine too. I like it a lot. I know I said I wasn't going to do die cast. I'm okay with getting 164s though, so I'll give myself
Yeah,
some slack.
That's an awesome car.
I love
Yeah,
it.
that is.
Let's see. This is probably my favorite, and
It's not
it's
the best angle of it. It
I
looks
know.
better head on.
You know
Let me
what
see.
is so like based on the way the flag is moving in this on the side, it reminds me a lot of his Miller Lite
Yeah.
cars.
2013's patriotic Miller Lite car.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it really gives me throwback to that. And the gold actually works really, really well with this.
that's why I like it. It all blends together so well. Let me see.
And I
I'm
mean,
trying to find
it's
a better
Brad
one.
Keselowski. You know he's going to have a
He
really good
always-
red, white, and blue car every year.
Here's like it's not like the
America.
best, but let me just see. Hold on.
From the top, it's
Yeah,
it
from the
looks
top.
good. It looks good.
Let me see.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The red really pops on that.
that's
it
awesome.
looks great. Yeah, and then in person too, because I've seen them posting pictures of the car,
Them actually wrapping
like
it
the
and
actual
everything.
wrap, and then the RFK Fan Day is tomorrow, which I just realized I was gonna go there regardless of the fan day, and then I'm like, oh, they're actually having a fan day. I'm sure they'll have it on display in person, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Most likely.
But no, that's one heck of a car. And then we got this one. This is interesting. I don't know if this is.
It's not.
It's not. Okay, I don't think this is patriotic at all.
It's got the wrap part of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I think this is a new partner.
It
for-
is.
It
This
is.
This
Yeah.
is the first race for this.
Aerovanti.
Aerovanti for Corey LaJoy.
Very cool. Then we
Cool, cool.
got okay. This.
So this
I
is-
have to pull up a picture here.
This is on brand with the Alsco Uniforms 300. But this car is still good. I mean, let's be honest, it's not red, white, and blue, but it's still.
No.
I've been waiting to see this car hit the track, and when I first saw the original render when he first took the 8 car, I loved this car. So
Well, and I will say on the back of this car they have poppies, and I wish I knew the actual reason behind it, but it has something to do with like military, and I need to look it
Yes.
up actually because my great grandpa, he served in World War II, and he talked about the significance
Yep.
of that. But that would be kind of the homage
Yep.
to that there. So the Alsco schemes knock it out of the park all the time. They always look great.
Shout out to the 21 Alsco car for the Xfinity race. It
Yes.
was really sporty.
that looks awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's probably coming up here on this list.
At some point. Let's see.
Oh,
this
my gosh.
finally.
Whew.
Yeah.
Mm,
The cheese
Was
is
there butter?
Inner team incoming.
Yeah.
Oh man, that one's awesome. Finally, a really, really good chase red, white, and blue car. This one is phenomenal.
This one, in my
Nice.
opinion, could be 124 worthy. Like that's
Imagine if you
might.
win that.
Do we
Oh,
want to do a comparison to last year's version?
Oh, please.
Yeah,
I have it. Give me a second.
He's got it. Yeah, if he wins in
Last,
this,
'cause I remember last
See,
year's.
what happened was at Walmart, the wave that we have at our local store was all the cars from the 600 last year.
oh yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even finish the race last year.
No, because he wrecked out. He had a tire go down, and then he was involved in the wreck, or that's when he wrecked out.
I think he had an engine failure, something
Yeah.
like that.
The Hendrick
yeah.
cars just went down.
One
It
of
seems
those,
like left and
It
right.
looked like Larson was going to win it late.
And then got into it with Briscoe.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. There's your
Got it.
comparison.
Let's try to.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
yeah, it was the weird.
too much white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just it wasn't.
That
No,
one's so
it
much
looks so much better. Well
This
done.
year has a good blend
Yeah, this one's awesome.
at the top with the blue and the white.
Yeah,
Looks
that's
so
awesome.
good. We'll move on to the Smithfield 10
That's
Eric
cool.
Amarola. I think this looks like I said, Stuart Haas nailed it.
That's right.
Reminds me of the car they ran a couple of years ago. It was similar to that. I think it
Yeah.
had Waffle House on
Yeah.
it years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Smithfield runs a very similar
Similar.
red, white, and blue every year, but there ain't nothing wrong with this one.
It was nice. They brought the SHR really brought the heat this year for all their cars for patriotic.
No, thank you on this one.
This one, I don't like it. I'm sorry, I don't.
Now, if the 11 is chrome blue in person, that might sell it.
It will be.
For me.
It will be.
Oh, it will be.
Based on that
Okay.
design, yeah, it'll be
that's
chrome blue.
that's okay. That's an okay car.
Fine.
It's not
Could
that
be
bad.
better. Could be worse. Let's see. Okay. Wrapping
your
up
bottle.
over here. They had a bunch of the 124s and 164s at the Penske shop. I didn't get this scheme this time when I was there, but I like this. It's unique. That's all I was
It's
gonna
good.
say.
It's good.
It's good.
And I mean, the play on the green camo is awesome, and then that red, white, and black stripe, it fits.
Yeah.
Gives good outlining to the 12. To have that green outline on the 12, it looks really good. Yeah, I mean, it's a body armor doesn't miss.
No.
I liked how in our group chat this week we kept getting different images of this car, and each time we got them, it got better and better and better.
We kept getting different shades of green.
Yeah. It was really dull, and then it was like, whoa, that's really bright. Now it's subtle, and it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I think this scheme is really great. I'm excited to see it more in person.
I think this will pop under the lights.
Oh gosh, yeah. And then
Really
also, if you guys haven't tried the flavor of body armor, highly recommend it. It's really good. Really sugar filled, but it's worth it. It's so good.
Sugar-filled.
Not a sponsor, but great. This one, I like this one. At first, it kind of threw me off because I thought it was too busy, but I actually like it. Chase Briscoe.
I think it's too red.
That's the thing that might have thrown me off with it too.
But
Kinda reminds me of
Mahindra is a red,
Yeah.
a red color sponsor. But the 14 looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best I still think the best SHR car is the 4,
I agree.
but this one's still really
It's
good.
perfect.
Mhm.
And we got this weekend. We'll get to it, I guess, but just a reminder that Todd Gilliland will be in the 51 this weekend. Zane Smith's going to be in his number. So just keep that in mind as you're looking through the roster. We're bringing up the cars, but this is JJ Yaley 15 for RWR. I think that's fun.
Not bad.
Not bad.
It's good for a Rick Ware car. I like it.
Yeah. Not bad. 16. This one I thought was nice.
This is good.
This is nice. AJ Allmendinger. Yeah, pretty
This
good.
is nice, but I like the 31 better.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that one. Okay, this
This one's cool.
one's nice.
I like it. The honeycomb camo.
Keeping that. That's
It's
awesome.
just the military green, they got spot on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think also this weekend too, Chris Buescher, he has a new hauler that they'll be running. They just wrapped it, just finished it. I don't know if it'll be on display, but it's a Fastenal hauler. So be on the lookout for that if you're at the track, or if you're going to be at the track in the future, it might be run. They might use that to transport. This one, I like this scheme a lot as well.
I mean, this is the same
Alright.
Truex paint scheme we've seen since 2019,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, if it ain't broke, go fix it.
Yeah, it's good.
And then I can't remember. Okay, we have conversations about
Major miss. Major misfire.
Your color is green. You could have done green camo.
They could have done green camo, but they didn't.
Oh. I almost thought I was going colorblind when I saw this car because I wanted to see green, and this is what we get.
I mean, I would have loved to see a design, and I'm sure Photoshop you can do this to where all the brown is green and all would be right in the world. It's not. I personally don't think this is horrible, but
It's
I
a good
wish.
paint scheme on the wrong car.
Yes.
Yeah.
If this was the Sport Clips car, I'd be happy.
Yes. Yeah. But I think with the Interstate, you gotta have the green in there.
When your brand is built on being the green battery, you stick
Yeah.
with green. That's
Yeah.
what is just killing me about it.
Yeah. can't do it. Like, I think this is for me, the biggest miss, and I have big quotes around that. Biggest miss.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dex imaging.
We love it.
Shell Pennzoil.
Shell Pennzoil.
Hell.
Not really patriotic there.
This one isn't
This
either.
wasn't patriotic, but it's a new scheme for the weekend. The
Okay.
strawberries and cream.
A dessert you can drink.
I need to try it. I haven't. And
Oh my God, Taylor, you haven't had that one yet?
No, and I love Dr. Pepper, so it doesn't make sense.
I know. Let me just tell you, I had the, I think I shared this with you guys and everybody in the group chat. I had one of the zero sugar ones. I about called out of work for the rest because I needed to go find a piece of angel food cake and then just veg out and just chill. That's how delicious it tasted.
So next on my bucket list of like a million things is to try this flavor, because I mean I love Dr. Pepper already, so like I bet that's amazing.
What I don't like about that Dr. Pepper cart is the bare space over the tire.
Yeah, that kills me.
Ugh, that's cringy.
But because you have all the space, but again, the Dr. Pepper logo is, I mean, it's like an oval. You can't really extend that past. So I don't know what else they could have done, but
yeah.
Now I actually haven't looked at Byron's scheme yet. I freaking adore this. I love this. And I might be in the minority opinion here, but I love this scheme. You're going to see you hate it.
No, go ahead, Adam. I'll let him go.
I'm going to reserve my comment because my alma mater is a rival of said school, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
No, I think it's
if now I'll say this though, if that sponsor wasn't on there, that is a nice scheme.
Yes, and that's that's the caveat.
Yeah, it's a Hendrick red, white, and blue. You can't miss. So
nope, you absolutely can't.
It's a good car.
The red number, because that's what the primary of said sponsor is. It really ties it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the colors though. Okay, here we go.
Love it.
It's cool.
31 wins.
Gives me old school vibes too.
It really does.
That's really cool.
Honestly.
That's an awesome car.
I love it.
Move on.
Yeah, moving. Okay.
Oh.
St. Smith, we got some camo, Boot Barn.
Yeah, that's good. It's like a more like a modern camo too.
I like I'm gonna call it like chunkier camo.
Yeah.
That's just not an appealing
That's
phrase
cool.
to use.
No, that's cool.
It's very chunky.
The red accents actually make it look pretty decent.
I do like the red accents. That's really nice.
Okay.
And then we got 41. This is busy.
That car screams America.
Yeah.
I love the heavy like bright blue outlining on the 41. That's
nice. It
That's
makes it pop.
my favorite part of this car.
Just need to slap a bald eagle on the side of that thing, and that thing would be flying.
That's what's
like
missing.
the Harvick car from 2020.
Oh my god.
Or the Truex car. Yeah. Both of them fly. Oh, we missed the 42.
Thunderbirds. The Thunderbirds. Come on.
It has to be one of my favorite schemes of all time. It's so clean. The colors look beautiful. Nothing more to say about it.
Did we miss the 42?
The 42. Yeah, it's not.
I like that car personally.
I do.
But it's not patriotic. So
No. Which is kind of surprising. Yeah. Honestly. But
that's good coffee.
It is
really good coffee.
Can't say.
Love the 43.
This is a bizarre scheme to me.
Yeah, that's very not patriotic, but it's just weird in general.
It's weird.
It gives me Terminator vibes.
Honestly, though, facts. Yeah, I saw that scheme and I was like, all right, it's another Stenhouse scheme.
Nice.
I like this. I didn't like Bowman's patriotic scheme last year.
No.
This one's well done.
No, this is good, and then it is Bowman in the car too.
Yeah.
Last year's Bowman patriotic scheme, I kept seeing the 59 Kingsford car from the Bush series.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's
Bush
all I could see. That's why I liked it. I'll be in my way. I liked that car last year.
Yeah, but yeah, so Bowman back in the car, medically cleared. So that's it. And then also the Athletic released something today. I know this was rumored last week. It was talked about before, but rumor has it from the Athletic that Barry's closing in on a deal to be with the 4-team full-time once Harvick retires at the end of the season. So that's an update there. I thought at some point there was also rumored that there was going to be plans announced this week, but I don't think we're going to get those official announcements at all this week. So just stay tuned for that. TobyChristie.com has all your NASCAR news that you need. We'll also talk about it here on Above the Yellow Line. I'd say it's patriotic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Todd,
I don't like it.
not patriotic, but we still love Tyler Reddick.
That's Ty Gibbs.
Oh shit, sorry, Ty Gibbs. I need to stop. I'm sorry.
That's $1.
I'm so used to this. My God. Okay,
Ty
Ty Dillon.
No,
Jimmy
I like the 78.
Jimmy.
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 Jimmy's gonna cost me a lot of money once all his diecast come out.
That's a good looking car.
Yeah.
Is Tyler Reddick's car not in this list?
It's not there, but it's the Tar Heel
That's why I'm
blue, the
confused.
Carolina blue.
Oh, right.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
the
I can pull the picture of that.
Speed
Oh,
Tar-
duh. We cannot forget the jockey.
I mean, yeah, it's-
99.
Unfortunately, it sees the track too much to not be
Yeah.
considered a patriotic paint scheme.
And then what Xfinity? What scheme do we want to look at? We can just kind of scroll through them as we go.
The 21.
Yeah, the 21.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, hello.
We all go, okay.
How you doing?
Okay, this
Hello.
I would 5,000% get this 124. Not
That's
even lying.
that's
That's
That's badass looking.
that's a sweet car.
I can't believe I haven't seen that yet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have to pause in our tracks there. Holy crap. All right.
Keep going. Still
Yeah,
nothing.
that's fine. It's fine. 20. Okay.
There's the
There we
21.
go. This is
That
nice.
21 is
That looks nice.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
Love the
it.
Austin Dillon look. Austin Hill look. Sorry. Whoa. Wrong driver.
Well, you know what? That's all right. Now, I will say this scheme reminds me of Howie BCBino's Travis Mills Foundation car that he ran last year in the 44-45. So the scheme looks very reminiscent, just a different sponsor, but I love this scheme for Jeffrey Earnhardt.
That looks awesome.
Love it. This can't go wrong with Spiked. Yeah, so overall, pretty good schemes this weekend. Excited to see them all on the track. We'll come up on truck here for a second, just kind of scroll through quickly. That's a nice
good
one.
one.
Dean Thompson.
That is.
Tricon's probably got heat.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hope he finishes this week.
Yo.
Finish for Dean.
Homeboy has had bad luck.
He has had the worst luck. Pulling for you, my guy.
Yeah. Resell. Okay, interesting.
Got some camo.
Fine. Oh, see, I love this game. That's just
Yeah.
bad.
Taylor's emo phase is coming out.
Starting it way too late. Oh, God. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, the 51. Now, that picture does not do the 51 justice. I saw, I think it was the KBM's Twitter page. It has a lot of detail to it when you look at it close up. I like it.
Yeah, this will be a good one to like catch in person or like even just broadcast wise, just to get a closer look at. Let me see if I can find Tyler Reddick's car. I think that's why I was so perplexed. I was like,
Yeah. Carolina blue.
there we go. Because I mean, I know there's a lot of negative thoughts towards this scheme. I think it's just people just don't like it. We'll pull up this article. Why not? Let me change what we got going on here.
Looking at the Jordan branded car that Kurt Busch ran last year compared to this one.
Yeah. Oh, it's not even close.
Why.
Yeah, it doesn't hold a candle to it.
And here we are, folks. Yeah, it just kind of makes me sad. But I mean, I love the blue though. Like it's great.
What would have been really
The
cool?
blue looks a lot better in person.
Yeah.
But
What would have been really cool is if they could have got the diamond stuff that a lot of the Tar Heels uniforms have.
oh,
Oh.
That would have been really cool.
yeah.
The car, it just looks very empty. That's my problem.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fit with the number placement. And I hate to be the one to bring up number placement for like the 50th time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's fine. It's just fine. But yeah, so paint scheme preview. Again, I would have to say, I love the Mobile One cars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they always slap. But in the comments, leave your favorite paint scheme too. I'm excited to see them at the track. And then the other thing I should bring up too, let me see if I can find my Twitter page. Brayton Laster is going to be racing ARCA this weekend at Charlotte in the 12. Let me pull this up because this is big. He sent me a DM on Twitter and was like, hey, check this out. And I was like, oh my gosh. the ATYL logo is on the side of his car, so it'll be cool to see that in person. I didn't expect the
Big
logo to
logo.
be that big.
Yeah, big logo.
I was shocked. Yeah, but hoping he has a good race. Excited to cheer him on from the stands. But no, this is crazy. And then what's cool, my grandparents are going to be at this race too, so that's very special for them all to see in person. So that means a lot to me. So thank you, Brayton, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Pizza Man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I can't believe we're racing tomorrow. Like, I feel like we've talked about this as a group collectively, have talked about going to this 600
Since
after
the
last 600.
The last 600.
Yeah.
That's crazy. When is the ARCA race and is it televised? ARCA starts at 5?
6 p.m. FS1.
On FS1. Yep. So make sure to check that out tomorrow. Pretty stacked field. Natalie Decker is racing.
Xfinity.
Xfinity.
Yeah,
So
Natalie's racing Xfinity, the 08 Cracker Jack car.
yeah, so Xfinity's field is stacked. Truck ARCA. I mean, it'll be a great weekend of racing. What we can get in, I'm sure we will get everything in.
Yeah. Oh, they'll get everything.
They'll try their best.
It's Charlotte. We'll get it in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So before we go, comments, let us know if you have any other talking points you want us to mention. But I guess thoughts going into this weekend, without giving away our race winning picks, because we always announce those on Sunday on race day. But going into the weekend, which teams, which drivers are we concerned about? Which teams or drivers do we think will hit it out of the park? Adam, I'll put you on the hot seat.
Teams to look for, see if Toyota, the Toyota teams can get some steam, as Hendrick is right now the top team. And where are all the Fords? Where have all the Fords gone? So it's really going to be, I think, a testament to see how the summer stretch goes from this weekend onward, because we're getting right down to the meat and potatoes of the season. Yeah. This is where you make or break for that end of year run.
Right.
So I think it'll be entertaining. I think we'll see a lot of I don't know if we'll see a lot of ballsy types of strategies. I think we'll get a really good product. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it whenever we race.
Yes, that's the key. What about you, Dom?
I agree with Adam 100%. It's going to be Toyota versus Hendrick.
Yep.
Clear cut. We saw it at Kansas. We saw how good Larson was. We saw how good Elliott was. We saw how good Byron was. And then we also saw how good all of Toyota was.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a really, really good battle between those two. And I think we should be celebrating that we have an actual genuine rivalry on our hands here between Toyota and Hendrick. And honestly, I still think we should be promoting the Larson Byron battle for the championship right now.
Yeah.
I think it still goes through those two guys. And if history shows, if the way Larson dominated the All-Star race, he could very well do the same in the 600.
Yep.
So he is
he has done that before.
I was there.
Yes.
I was there. Yep. And what was so crazy about that race is, as the laps were winding down, it looked like Chase was starting to slowly reel him in, and that 2.5 lead turned into 13 seconds like it was nothing. So he's so good at turning it up when it matters and just throwing the doubt into the competitor's eyes and showing it's like, man, we really can't beat him. So yeah, it's Hendrick versus Gibbs and 2311. I think.
Yes,
I'm still giving Toyota the edge, but good grief, Larson and Byron are going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to watch that battle continue, and for me, even looking into the future as well, like with Legacy Motor Club going to Toyota, it gives me hope for them to be a bit competitive in the future. Obviously, that transition is going to take some time, but it gives me hope for that team. But my whole comment, which Adam said, is where are the Fords? And I know last year we had issues with their 1.5 mile package and the contingencies with their aero package, or just the aerodynamics of the Fords being different than Chevys and Toyotas. And they took 2 Fords, 2 Chevys, 2 Toyotas to the wind tunnel just to test to make sure that the changes that they made during the off season were enough to kind of make the cars comparable. So don't know what came out of that. But I guess it's a similar thing that we're seeing of the Fords are still kind of falling behind on their 1.5 miles. But we'll see if they've found something. We don't know, but yeah, it's going to be, like Dom said, Hendrick versus Toyotas. I want to be surprised if maybe Denny can go back to back. He really shined in the last half of that race with where the cautions fell and the wrecks. It played into his favor, but I think we're going to see a Larson Byron show, and I'm here for it. When they race each other, it's entertaining. So. Yeah, so getting ready for a weekend full of fun racing. Thank you all for joining us so much. Make sure to check us out on social media. We'll keep having that behind the scenes content for you and at track content for you at _Taylor Kitchen _ on Twitter and TikTok, above the yellow line on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and TobyChristie.com and TobyChristie.com on all social media platforms to find great motorsports content. And of course, the boys, their social media platforms are going to be in the link tree, in the bio, and also on the screen for you here. And as well, I need to make sure I keep plugging this, but we have the full-length ATYL episodes out every Monday. This week it might be on a Tuesday, perhaps a Wednesday, depending on racing, but we will get it in Sunday. Positive thinking, all on your favorite podcasting platforms and on the Toby Christie.com YouTube channel. So make sure to check that out. Check us out on our social media pages. And folks, have a great weekend, 600 weekend, and also for Memorial Day, happy Memorial Day. Thank you to all those who have served, will serve, and continue to serve. We appreciate the sacrifice and are grateful for it. So thank you all for that. And guys, thanks so much for watching the stream. And until next time, we'll see ya.